going.
Go ahead. When they say I want to be in your skin, like if this is his shirt, I want to be in your shirt.
Literally, let's find balance in being a girl boss and a soft girly. Like, you can be both.
Yeah, this my dog, y'all. My dog for real.
I think I like this little life.
What's up? Welcome to Couch Conversations with Blake. Today we have my favorite cousin, my sister cousin, Sydney. Woo! Hey! So y'all, we gonna get straight to it. It's February. It's the month of love. So guess today's topic. What's today's topic?
Hey, nah, love.
Black history.
That's it.
We root for everybody black and everything black. But anyway, so yes, today's topic is love and relationships. We got our little wine, trying to look gross.
Clink, clink.
I don't even drink for real, but I'm gonna drink today, baby. Okay. So, to guide our conversation, we do have these topic cards. We wrote a few topics on some cards. But I am going to start off by telling you why I asked you specifically to do this couch conversation with me. So, Sydney, I know you know your background and you know my background when it comes to relationships. Mm-hmm. And I think you have the complete opposite background than I have. Like, all the men that you've been involved with since high school, like, are husband material. I don't know how, but this girl knows how to pick them, or they know how to pick her. So, all her boyfriends have been, like, husband material since high school, though. And I think that's very great. That's very admirable. Me, on the other hand, it's really not. It's sad. This is actually a sensitive topic for me, so I just laughed it off. I'm so guarded. I've actually never really been in a real relationship. We're gonna leave that there for now. Okay, so I do want to give you some background. So Sydney grew up in a 2-parent household with an excellent mother and father, my aunt and uncle. Oh!
Hi, Mommy. Hi, Dad.
We love y'all because we know y'all gonna be tuning in, nosy butts. And me, I grew up with a single mom. My father, I know my father, but he lived in another state growing up, and I do love my father. But he just was not present in the house on a daily basis. So I do think that affects me in the relationships I have with people. Anyway, so Sydney, first topic. So it says, managing conflicts and disagreements constructively. How do you manage conflicts and disagreements?
Well, I didn't always manage conflicts and disagreements in the most healthiest way. I think that just comes with a lot of time and maturity, especially like emotional maturity, mental maturity, and just growth on your part as a person. Like, specifically with me, I'm not really a confrontational person. I am an outspoken person, and I feel like people can get that misconstrued, like, just because you're outspoken, like, they might think you're confrontational, but like, I don't like a lot of drama. I don't like confrontation.
But Sydney gonna say what she gonna say. She gonna stand on it.
I am.
She will stand on it.
I stand on business. If you allow something to continue, then it's just gonna continue, especially for men. Like, you give them an inch and they take a mile, and then they keep doing, they think it's okay to do it until you're like, and then later on you're like, okay, whoa.
Yeah, you let them slip and they go slide.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, whoa, I didn't mean it for it to get this far. And then they're like confused, like, what? Like, but you let me the last time, and So it's really like nipping it in the bud in the beginning. It's just setting that foundation, having that conversation and
So
openness.
it doesn't even get to the point of conflict.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, managing conflicts and disagreements constructively. I just haven't gotten that far to even get into conflicts with people because once it gets to a certain point, I just back up.
But that's
I
like
back off.
shutting down. But also, guys, lots and lots of therapy.
Yeah,
That helps.
I definitely need therapy. You go to therapy?
Not anymore.
You go to relationship therapy?
I haven't been to couples therapy. I really, with my future partner, I really want to. That's one thing that's really important for me is before I'm married, or before we tie the knot, we go to relationship counseling.
Okay, cool. This question, it says managing conflicts and disagreements constructively. Granted, when it comes to a significant other, I'm quick to just be like, I'm not even gonna take it there with you. But let's say platonic relationships. So with friends, I know since I did grow up as the only child, I really, really value friendships, and I never want to lose those. So whenever there is a conflict or a disagreement, I always try to work it out, try to talk it out. Yeah, I'm always trying to mediate a situation, because if we locked in, we're locked in forever.
Right.
If I say I love you, I mean it.
Right.
And love just isn't, I don't use that word loosely. So, yeah.
Same. And for the most part, a lot of guys that I date, they say I love you first. So that's the key, ladies.
I'm gonna learn something tonight too. Okay, Sydney.
Okay,
Next
now
topic.
we have the next card. Okay. It's not a question, but the topic is about building trust and intimacy.
Oh my goodness. Building trust and intimacy. Ooh. Okay, so trust, I feel like all relationships are built on trust, right?
You think they initially start off with trust? Well, it has to.
Yeah, because it's
that's the foundation, is trust.
yeah, I mean, you kind of just asked the question and answered the question.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's at first, I fully trust you because I don't have anything else to go off of.
Right.
So I trust you. I believe everything that you say. I want to believe everything that you say until you give me a reason not to.
Yeah.
Right? So, the people who I've engaged with, yes, I trust them, and then I realize I start disengaging whenever they say that one thing that's off, or they do that one thing where I'm just like, why you acting like that? You acting a little funny. But I still give them the benefit of the doubt, especially if I'm not sure. But if I'm sure, I'm just like, oh, I'm totally disengaged.
Yeah.
I still might communicate with them because I just, like I said, I don't like to separate relationships. But I'm just not gonna mess with you how I messed with you before.
So when is your kind of,
when do I cut somebody off?
yeah, your point, when you get to that point of okay, and I'm not saying you're supposed to take a lot, but I feel like the most minorest thing, guys, when I mean minor, I mean minor things. I'm in my mind, and it's very subjective of what what gives you the ick to cut it off, and and what
you said I'm quick to cut people off.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so I'm quick to not let people get too far. Once people have gotten far past a certain point, I'm not quick to cut it off. Let's say if we got past a certain point, we're intimate and things of that sort, I don't let a lot of people in. Right. So if I do let you in and you do cross me a little bit, I'm not going to say I'm going to cut you off after the first time you cross me. I'm going to try to work it out. I'm going to try to see the good in you, see past it. Okay. Right? I'm going to address it. But if I meet somebody and I'm not feeling the vibe, I'm just not feeling the vibe. And I think that's what you mean. You just be wanting me to feel vibes.
No,
But
you
I don't
want to be feeling the vibes. You're like, you're all about the vibe.
Yeah,
like
I gotta vibe with you. Like,
I mean,
gotta
you
connect.
can't be like boring, but like I feel like it takes. You
Actually,
can have
no,
you can
but
have
you
that
actually
instant
can be
connection.
boring. You actually can be
You
boring.
you can have that
Because we
instant
can be
connection.
boring together. Like if we vibe the same on the same frequency, it can be a boring frequency, and we just vibing on a boring frequency.
Okay, so like, what if a guy is like, doing everything for you, holding the door for you, like
People hold the door for me
things.
at Publix all the time.
No, like the car, when they're taking you out, the car door. We're in a group setting. He pays for things. He pays for your groceries.
I never had that. Okay, and see, that's what I think the difference is. That's what I think the difference is. So you're used to. I think you're used to. You know how you're supposed to be treated by a man. For me, I don't let men do that. I think because I did grow up with a single mom as the only child, I'm so used to seeing her get it done. So I get it done.
You've seen your mom girl boss, and now you're girl bossing, and now you're girl bossing a little too hard. Guys, it's okay to live that soft girl life era. Like, be a soft girl.
I am a soft girl.
You are a soft girl, so
yeah.
let them.
I just
treat
don't.
You like
I don't
a
know
soft
how.
Girl.
I feel like once I give somebody, I like having control, and once I give somebody too much control, it gets scary for me. So like little things lead to bigger things, and then even the little things, like I think they're so sweet, but I'm really emotional, and the little things, they'll eventually make me emotional, because if you're doing all this for me, all this little stuff, and I notice that you pay attention, and you're really putting in the effort with the little gestures, I'm like, oh, like you care.
Yeah.
I like you, and then I don't want to like you too much, because if I start liking you too much, then I'll get emotional, and if you mess with my emotions.
But that's definitely understandable. But I feel like at that point, once you get to that point, you're just self-sabotaging. You're just like, okay, I feel that emotion of, that connectivity that I'm getting with you, and now I feel like I just need to hurry up and cut it off before I get too attached. But then it's like, how is that benefiting you now and in the long run?
You're right, because I do self-sabotage, and that's why I never make it past a certain point. I realize, like, that's why I actually have gone, like, I'll take a year without talking to anybody, and then I might talk to somebody for a few months, and then I'll take another year without talking to anybody. Like, I don't talk to people consistently because I'm scared of, I'm scared of love. And I'm scared to self-sabotage, because I do self-sabotage. And it's a revolving cycle. Once the cycle happened, by like the third time, I said, okay, Blake, it's you. It's not them, it's you. So.
But I think that just goes back to our like topic of communication. Like, if you like communication, then and now trust, like they go hand in hand. So if you trust that person, then now you can be open to communicate like what you're feeling. Like look, hey, like I'm new to this. Like I feel this way towards you. I just want to let you know, like, as we get more deep into it, I'm kind of hesitant because I'm kind of fearful of the feelings that I have for you.
That's scary. To admit that you're hesitant, they're gonna be like, this.
But it's not. But like, as I feel like
they don't think I'm a simp.
No, they're not. That's not even simp behavior. I'm a straightforward person. Because I hate, showing my feelings too. But also, I'm really. And this goes into my personal life and my professional life. Like, I don't like the unknown. I don't like the, like, how do you feel about me? Like, what are we going to get into? Like, are you talking to other people? Like, no, just tell me how it is and I'm going to tell you how it is. Like, okay, we're seeing each other, and it's not like giving that like, what are we type. Like, I hate that. But I just want to know like what this is. So like, you know, if we're going like months and months and talking, and you know it's getting to a point where, okay, I know that we're exclusive, I know that this is just us, I'm gonna be like, look, like, you know, I like you, you know, I'm assuming like, you know, you feel the same for me. Is this something, and we don't have to, you know, I feel like guys, it's not even like guys, I feel like mainly a lot of guys, like they're seeking relationships, and then girls are just like, I'm just here for the vibes.
That's what you think? I think guys just be like going with the flow.
I mean, maybe because of me, I go into it with just vibes, and like and that's how I end up in relationships. Honestly, like really honestly,
I'm
like,
going into it with just vibes, and I never get nothing out of it but confusion.
But maybe I don't know what you doing. Cause I be like, I end up, I'm like, oh yeah, we just, you know,
Maybe
having
I be going with the flow a
fun.
little too
Yeah,
much.
we're enjoying each other's company, and all of a sudden, I'm seeing you almost every single day of the week.
And that's another thing.
It's like, now I'm like, whoa. It's like 2-3 months later,
And we're
and
each
it's
other's
like,
lives.
right. So now I'm like, okay, you know, you have that conversation. You're like, okay, like, what are we? You know, are we saying, are we exclusive? Like, we don't have to put a title on it. Like, you know, making that very clear. But like, you know, are we exclusive? Because if not, then I would like to explore other people too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think just continue being open about your feelings, and then leaving room and openness for them to communicate their feelings. And if they don't communicate their feelings, or if they're like standoffish, and that's your sign right there. Like, that's your
I don't do signs good. I don't do signs good.
I can't see.
I think I don't do signs good because first off, I don't like people I do not be liking people. So if I like somebody, it's like, oh, I want to like you so bad that I'm just gonna rate y'all to everything.
My God. No, I understand, especially if you really like that person.
Yeah, it's like I don't want it to be real. I don't want to know what else you got going on. That's another thing. Like, let's say you
want to know.
You just start communicating with somebody and they're talking to other people, but y'all just started communicating. So when is the time for them to cut somebody else off, or to cut you off, because you might be the person that they cut off? When is the time, you know, for that to happen? Because I feel like men don't really cut people off. They just let them linger, and they pick them back up when they cut, like when they're available again. They just say, hey, what you doing? Like,
well, I don't know, maybe because I'm an over communicator, but I let them know if, you know, they're seeing other people and they also want to see me. Like, I'm not really open to that, just because of like health and safety reasons. Like,
health reasons.
But
right.
I want the other person to be open, because I would be open.
You mentioned intimacy. When do you think is the right time? How do you define intimacy first? And then when do you think is the right time to be intimate with someone?
Intimacy for me, it's not even like a sexual thing. Like, intimacy for me is aligned with like connection. Like, our conversations, your mind, the way you speak, your thoughts, your ideas, like us just sitting and talking for hours, or
like,
just,
can we vibe? Can we vibe to the vibe? Is the vibe on or not?
Literally, like, yeah, and you know, can I hang out with you? Like, how well do you integrate like with my friend groups? I don't know, like that's, well, I guess like that's not an intimate level, but like as far as like with us, it's more of like a connection of.
I think that could be like intimate a little bit, because you don't bring everybody around your family and friends.
That's true. Yeah.
So
there we go. Yeah. So especially for me, I think sex is I don't know, like sex is just, it's not, in my mind, something that
Matters most.
one matters most, but also it's not something that defines my like for you, my likeness for you, or my love for you. Like, sorry, mom, I could just do it and then it just be it. Like, no strings attached.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had a one night stand. Let's make that clear.
Right, but we know she gonna be watching.
Let's make that clear. Never had a one night stand, but I'm saying, like, if I wanted to have a partner and, you know, just consistent in that category and it just be that, then that's fine. But if I don't have that emotional connection where we're conversing and you're opening your mind to me and we're sitting and we're talking and I'm knowing more about you and you're knowing more about me and we're opening different layers to each other, then you're not going to get that aspect out of me. Like,
right.
So
you need to connect with the mental before you connect with the physical. Okay, so for me, I think intimacy is being able to have a conversation, because you can't just talk to anybody. And
especially nowadays, like,
people don't know
people
how to communicate.
cannot hold a conversation. It's crazy.
At all.
It's crazy.
It's like, what's your favorite color? Lasagna. Oh my goodness.
Now, your house or mine? You can.
Yeah, you about to be 30, ain't never been on a plane. Where we going?
Yeah.
You got your passport? Like,
no death, no experiences, like,
it's
what?
nothing. Yeah.
It's nothing. The
Where
light
you
isn't
work?
on upstairs.
Amazon. No offense.
No
to
shade to
Amazon.
Look.
I can't talk right now.
You're about to get canceled before you go up.
Oh my goodness. Anyway.
And it's not even that. It's like maybe like people who don't have like goals and aspirations. So like,
yes,
you can work wherever you work, but if you don't have a goal or if you don't have an aspiration in mind, like, that's just,
if you're just stagnant.
Yeah.
Like, it's way more to life. If this is just a stepping stone,
so much more.
Cool. Even if you are working corporate, that's not everything. Like, what's your exit strategy, you know? So,
yeah.
You have to have the mindset. Oh, and looks.
Oh yeah, our looks a big thing.
Looks are cool, but they're not everything.
They're not.
Cause you can be fine, but as soon as you open up that mind, you like how
you like how I ride.
Okay,
you went from a 7.5 to like an 8.5 in my head based off of our conversations. Like, you can be the finest thing walking, but
you can go down a couple notches. Like, if you super fine but we can't connect, it's like, okay, what a homeboy. Yeah, you're the homie. But like, if you can, I wouldn't say not that fine. You can be like just slightly attractive, but elevate if you know you have a good mindset.
Yeah.
And things of that sort. So, okay. What does this say? It says understanding love languages and how they apply to your relationship.
Love languages. Okay, so let's say our love languages.
Okay.
So my top one is physical touch. And my
you like to be touched? That's crazy, because you be acting like can't nobody touch you. Okay. That's crazy.
No. It is so
People
crazy.
be acting different when they
It's so crazy because, like, with anybody, like, other than my significant others, like with my friends, like, I thought about it one time and someone brought it up at work, but they were like, you know, I don't really hug my friends. And I was like, wait, I don't really hug my friends. Like, if it's not my significant other, like, I don't really be
all up on them.
Affectionate. Yeah. So physical touch, quality time. Yep. So physical touch and quality time are my top two.
Okay, I just got one. Actually, I might have to. Quality time is my top one. Because if you want to spend time with me, like, you want to be around me,
Just say that.
just say it. Like, and that means a lot to me. I just feel like I know what you're doing. You're my eyesight.
Oh my
I
god.
see you. And then, I guess physical touch.
So ours are just switched.
Yeah, I don't want to admit it. I be trying to act like
No,
hard a
you're
little
a
bit.
physical person.
I be trying to act hard a little bit, but lately, like, as I've gotten older, I crave affection. Like, I just want.
Is it because you've been without it for so long?
Is this a therapy session? That almost made me cry a little bit.
Oh, do you want a hug?
No. I crave like affection, physical touch. Those are my top love languages.
Well, what's the part 2 of the question?
It says understanding love languages. Oh, and how they apply to your relationship. So, how do your love languages apply to your relationship?
So, we're gonna give, not surnames. What are they?
Call yours X, Y, and I'll call mine Z.
Okay. So, this guy XY, his love language is not physical touch. His is not physical touch is not even in the category. Like, but mine is physical touch, and I like to cuddle. I like to lay on you. I like to lay on your lap, or just like even just a sense of just like, you know, your hand on my leg, and you're just like going like this. I love a nice little soft back rub. And he hates that. He absolutely hates it. But, you know, at a certain point, it just really made me feel like, you know, you just didn't want me in a certain way, you know? But we really had to, like, and I'm aware of love languages. So I've been aware of, like, knowing my love language. But I actually realized, like, at one point, I never asked him his. And I was like, you know, I was like, what's your love language one day? And then we went into it, and then he was like, well, I know yours is definitely physical touch. And I'm like, yeah. And, you know, like, why? You know, is yours
physical touch? Is it a problem?
Right. And so I'm like, yeah, you know what? It's not yours. I'm like, you know, why don't you? And really, it's just like a sensory thing. And I would have never known that if we didn't like talk about love languages and him knowing that's mine. But him knowing that that's my love language, he really made it a point to let me express it in different ways to a certain capacity.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
sweet.
And then it's always, you know, about establishing boundaries within that too. So like, if I'm like, okay, like I want to be a little physical, is that okay? And he'd be like, yeah, it's fine. So one, being open, talking about your love languages, and, you know, a lot goes into it. Quality time can be anything. But, you know, for me, it's just like sitting and talking or watching movies. I love horror. I love thriller movies. So if we can sit and watch movies together.
I don't like watching movies, but I be acting like I like watching movies just to be around people.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What else we gonna do?
You can do anything. Like,
we didn't talk
go
about
on
everything.
Go on walks. Go, you know, doing what you both like to do. And it just can be something in the house or outside of the house. But
that's another
grasping
thing.
What you guys like to do together.
Do you like being in the house or outside the house?
Depending on what city am I in?
And let's just say it's a summer, spring day or something.
If it's a summer, spring day, definitely outside. I don't know. I feel like once I get into the winter, fall, I'm an inside girly. Like, let's do something fun in the house. I don't know. But when I'm out, when it's warm outside, I'm outside.
Well, I like being outside. Yes, I do. But since I've never been in a real relationship, besides the dates, I don't want to go too many places with you because who are we gonna see? I don't want to see my friend. I mean, it's nobody that I'm trying to like hide from or anything. But you know, you start to run into people like, oh, Blake, I didn't know you was rocking with such and such. I'm not. We're just filling each other out, you know.
But it's
So,
also like, let's mind our business.
Don't associate me with this person just yet. So I'll do like small dates and stuff, but like going everywhere together and we don't even know where we stand yet. I just don't want to be associated with you just yet. And then as far as like I feel like I'm really busy throughout the day, so I really do love being in the house when I have time to be in the house.
Yeah.
And I don't want to seem like, oh, come over or let me come over. But honestly, after running around all day, I don't want to get dressed and go to dinner. Like, I'm going to just cook something at home or grab some Chipotle or something. I don't even be that hungry. I'm going to grab some Chipotle and call it a night. Like, we can just chill. We can talk about our day or whatever. I don't know. And I also feel like that gives off the wrong impression because now they think I'm just a in-the-house type of girl.
Which is fine.
No, it's not fine.
How is that not fine?
It's
you can
not
be
fine.
both.
Because I do like going
When
outside.
Beyonce said, you can be both.
I do like going outside, but after, like I said, after being outside all day, I just want to chill in the house.
Yeah, and that's understandable. And plus, like, you know, and I'm not saying like we're old and as you're aging, like you have to be in the house, but like, I don't know, I don't have that much, you know, energy to be
Outside all the time.
going from work to outside of the house, like all the time. Like I like to just relax and chill. But I think like maybe, you know, when you're initially getting to know the person, like
you gotta meet outside
going
the house.
outside, yeah, it's important.
You can't give off the wrong impression.
But then, you know, going outside, or like even if you do want to stay inside, it's like, hey, do you want to do like maybe like a cooking date or like a game night or like sip and paint, like maybe something more active, so it's not just like Netflix and chill.
Yeah, because you start off watching a movie, then the movie watching you.
Maybe I'm gonna be asleep. I'm gonna be watching my dreams.
Anyway.
Okay, so this card says the importance of quality time together. So that's a good transition.
Oh, so we both already mentioned that our love language is quality time. Like I said before, I think quality time is very important. Just for you to want to be around me, for you to go out your way to come and see me, or to go somewhere together. I think it's cute. I think it's important, not just saying, I can't express it. I think quality time is the most important because when you're with somebody, that's when you get to know somebody.
Exactly.
You can text or talk to a person all day and still not really know who they are. But when you're with them, you see their mannerisms. You see who's calling them. Who calling you? Your family calling you?
I'm dead.
You got family? Your friends calling you? That's cute. Oh, you got a whole bunch of other girls calling you? What is going on? Why your phone on silent? Like,
how can you see that?
When they don't answer their phone.
They probably don't have anybody.
I was about to say because that's a lie, but my phone don't be ringing.
See, exactly.
My phone don't be ringing.
It can't just be assuming.
Yeah, it can't be a lie. Oh, that's another thing. Yeah, you can't assume. And I be the main one assuming. But I can't assume because I know people.
You know what they say
people
about people assuming?
What?
What is it? You gonna make an ass out of you?
Oh, that's old. I don't know. I don't know who says that. But
it's a saying though. Look it up.
But I can't be the one assuming because I know people. I've heard a few people say to me, I know people be hitting your line, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But we can trade phones. My phone will not ring all day. All day. I don't know what people perceive me as, but I need to stop assuming because there are people out there that are just like me. So,
yeah.
But quality time is the most important to me. What about you?
Definitely is. And again, I think that goes back to like the connectivity aspect of it, and then leading into the intimacy. So like, if we're not spending quality time and you're not really getting to know me, then
what is
you're
it?
just a person to me. We're not going in a deeper level. I'm not seeing anything, you know, going forward. Like,
yeah. You ain't special.
mm-mm.
You're not special.
At all.
Okay, so this one reads, balancing work and personal life in a
Ugh.
relationship.
Honestly, that's not really hard for me. And that hasn't really been hard for me. It's never been an issue for me. I think it hasn't been an issue for me because, like, growing up, in my household, we're always balancing something, whether I create boundaries in my work settings, like
boundaries.
yeah, boundaries for me in anything is important. So in my work setting, like, I'm not doing anything outside of work hours. Like, I'm not picking up the phone.
Right.
I might check my emails just because, like,
you're a good one, because I was definitely working outside of work hours.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that, because when they see and they know that you're working out of work hours, they're gonna
take
advantage, and they're gonna know. No, I'm not working outside of here. I'm not. I check my emails just because, like, I feel like at this point we're so grown that I'll check my emails here and there.
Yeah, I'm not that grown.
But yeah, establishing that boundary, like, the only time I bring work into my relationship is if I'm telling work tea. That's it.
Not work tea.
That's it. But no, I think it's really important, because you don't want your work life to transition, like, leak into your personal life or your relationship life, because then that can overtake it, and then you're not, you know, utilizing that quality time spent with your partner, and then it's like, you know, minimizing your connection. So I feel like it's really important to
then you're probably gonna have another partner. Next thing you know, you booed.
or no partner at all.
Yeah.
We don't condone cheating.
But it happens. Anyway. Oh, that's another thing. Speaking of that, an option. I think that's why I've never really been in a committed relationship, because I've always felt like an option. So I know guys date, right? And me, I say I'm gonna date. But I have a tendency to put all my eggs in one basket. And when I put all my eggs in one basket, it's like, even though I'm acting like I'm not pressed, even though I'm acting cooler than a cucumber, I'm pressed like a panini. Like, I am on you for real. And I think that's why it doesn't go anywhere, because I intentionally be like, let me not do too much. Let me hold back. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know.
But you be
how
acting
expression
too
is.
cool.
I know.
Like,
and then people be thinking I don't like them.
yeah, like, you can be cool, but you can be, like, flirty with it too.
I don't
like,
know how to flirt. I don't. But anyway, so
I'm like a sarcastic, mean flirt.
I think that happens. That happens, and then people are like, oh, you know, she don't mess with me. She don't like me for real. So then they end up continuing with the other options they already had laid out, and then I get offended. I'm like, I feel like an option, whether I know they're messing with somebody else or not. I'm like, I always feel like an option, blah blah blah, and then I use that as an excuse to just back all the way off. And then now, here I am again.
It's okay to stand on business, but let's not stand on business too hard. Like, let's find balance in being a girl boss and a soft girly. Like, you can be both. Like, but
do you ever feel like you're an option, or do you feel like you're the one?
I feel like we're all options, but you have to have that confidence and thinking that you're the one and not the two. But realistically, we all are options. Like, even if I think like I'm not an option, he's an option. Like, whether he knows it or not. So Like, so you know what I
You
mean?
like him a lot. Is he still an option, or is he like I like you, like
No, it will. Let me
I don't
say
want
this.
you to be an option. I want you to be.
You can be an option.
One.
Yeah, but okay. So like, you can. You're not the one until you put a ring on my finger. So like, no matter how much I want you, or no matter how much
I'm single until I'm married.
No, I'm not giving that. No matter how much.
I'm single until the person I like say hi.
No matter how much, like, you know, I like that person and I want them to be the one, like, it's up to me, not only me, but also up to the person too, to, you know, validate that. So, you know, until then, like, you're gonna be I'm an option and he's an option. Like, if it doesn't work, okay, well, there's not another person out there somewhere. So we're all options. It's just that
I don't want to be the option. And see, I think that's my problem. I want you to
you
say,
don't have to.
Blake, I'm in love with you. Like, I want you to be mine. You're the only girl I mess with. You're the only girl I talk to. I know we just met last week, but I feel the energy, and I know you're the one for me. Express your love, like.
And then like 2 days later, he'll like slur something and slur his words, and she'll be like, ugh, the ick.
Baby, go ahead. Go ahead to the other one. Because I'm not the one. I don't know what you thought this was. Oh, and that's another thing. I think when people start to like me too much, I'm like I get like
Overwhelmed?
Yes, I get overwhelmed. Yes, and I feel like I get anxiety or something.
But why?
And then
and that's it. Like, you have to. It's like, okay, even though we're all options,
And it's like, okay,
I'm that B.
I'm that girl.
I'm that girl.
But I do get overwhelmed, and I'm like, you can't really like me. Like, I start doubting, like, you can't really like me that
You
much.
need
Like,
therapy.
you like somebody else
Real bad.
more than you like me, or you like somebody else just the same way that you like me. And then I'm like, I can't believe you too much, even though I got my eye on you, and you're the only one I'm looking at right now.
It's all about confidence. It's
I'm
confidence.
confident, and I'm confident.
You are confident,
I'm
but
confident
no.
that you're not only talking to me.
Oh, and that's it right there. No, you have to be confident that you're the one, and you have to be confident that you're that girl. I mean, I know you know that you're that girl, but still, like, you're the prize. I feel like
Okay,
you're
Lori.
putting, huh?
I said, okay, Lori.
Harvey?
Yeah.
Girl, she the prize.
Okay.
And I don't understand why people, like, antagonize her. Like, nobody does all of this to Taylor Swift, and she has a boyfriend every single day of the week. But when Lori Harvey, a black woman, does it, happy Black History Month.
They want to be like,
oh, right.
But I need to.
But I digress.
I need to take her advice, and I need to date like that, because every single time I say I'm a date, like, I'll go on a date, and we don't make it past the first date. We'll go out to eat. I'm like, I'm okay. You too old.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you walk.
She does do that.
Oh my, that little switch. I don't like it.
Okay, not the switch. And we in Atlanta.
Like, you just gotta be extra careful. And sometimes when they be too old, it's like, why are you after me? I'm your granddaughter's age,
Yeah,
and you're on me. Like, it's getting Diddy and Carisha.
I don't know. That kind of sounds lovely. Like
money,
peak soft girl life.
is money a thing for you? Like, do he gotta have money?
It's not, you know, the end all be all, but you know, they say the leading thing
In divorce
is money.
Oh,
So
you think
I
about
definitely there's things that happen. Oh, well, yeah. I feel like when you're dating and you're looking for somebody, you're looking at all those aspects. You know what I mean? Like, when I date and when I you know, connect with somebody, I'm thinking, okay, long term. And so that's how I like go into it. Okay, how do you treat me now? How are you gonna treat me later? How your mentality now, or your consistency now, you know, is a reflection of you
Ooh,
later.
consistency. We gotta hit on consistency.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it goes back to complacency. Like you're like, you're doing these jobs, or you're like, but you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, imagine if we got married and we had kids. Like,
now we just a stagnant family with no money. We a broke, stagnant family.
And I'm not that person of like a stagnant environment. I like to be on the move. I like to explore. I like to try new things, and I want us to be able to afford to do that, and not just with us, but also give our kids that experience. And seeing that now in dating, like, I think about that. So yeah, I would. Money isn't like, oh, he has to be, touching six. We're literally in an economic crisis. Like, I'm not touching six figures, so why would I expect you to? But at least, like, we're both, striving for something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sydney, to see you grow from a little girl, to your big age.
I'm literally 1 year older than her.
to see you grow from a little girl to your big age, it really makes me proud. That was a very mature answer.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Yeah, see me, money. Money, I wouldn't say it matters. It doesn't matter to me. Only because I do everything.
If you say that, you're lying. What?
I do everything for myself now. As long as you're not no broke bum boy.
Yeah, but like
you.
Why would you want to do? I'm not gonna hold you. This might be a hot take, but
a hot take.
This might be a very hot topic, a very hot take.
Yeah.
But I want to get to the point where I'm a stay-at-home mom, and
I'm not watching nobody kids.
Going.
I'm not watching nobody kids.
I'm watching my kids.
Mm-mm.
And I'm going to spin, and I'm going to Pilates, and I'm cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids. While you go to work. Because I don't want to work.
Yeah, I feel like that's giving him too much control.
How was I giving you too much?
I'm gonna make
control.
I'm gonna make my own money, and I'm gonna be good regardless, with or without him.
See, and this is when I say there's a balance of soft girl and boss girl. You can still be an independent person. Like, we both have our masters. Like, I'm not just sitting here with no degree and, hoping for a husband to take care of me. Like,
degrees don't even mean anything no more. Like, you can be a degree bum.
God forbid, like, things don't work out with my husband, and now I have to go back to work.
Yeah.
At least I have 2 degrees, or, I can,
be open for any opportunity.
Exactly. So it's not even like, not being independent. You can set yourself up to that point, and that.
Yeah, so money for me, it's not like a deal breaker. Like, I would want my partner to make the same amount of money as me or more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be supporting him. Like, he should be able to support himself. I should be able to support myself.
So what's the big deal?
And then we can come together. But I don't want to have to take care of you, and I don't want you to have to take care of me. I want us to be able
to take care of each other.
Not to take care of ourselves, but to be
well,
together.
It's your husband. Are we talking about husbands?
I haven't even been into the boyfriend stage. So we just talking about relationship.
Oh, okay.
I just want to be able to vibe with you.
Well,
I just want to be able to.
I went from here to here. Where's husband?
To connect with you,
mm-hmm.
And then yes, your finances have to be in order, because mine are in order.
Yeah.
So when we get to that point, we can just combine them and then eventually grow wealth. Because I'm not about to be with somebody who's not ambitious.
Yeah.
Who's not thinking of other ways to increase their income and things of that sort. So I think money can be made, but if in the beginning you don't have it, it's not like, oh my goodness, I cannot talk to you. Like, I'm not looking for nobody to take care of me. I've never had anybody take care of me before. So what else do you have to offer?
But also, I don't know, maybe because like I have had somebody take care of me.
It's a different
And
perception.
yeah,
And that's why you're
I know,
here.
and I know that, and I know I can take care of myself. Like whatever I ask for him or whatever he gives for me, I know I can get it for myself. But to see him like want to get everything for me, and I'm like, no, like it's okay, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, no, this is something I want to do for you.
Aww.
It's just very like refreshing.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Aww.
Okay. This is my favorite one.
Okay.
Maintaining individuality within a relationship.
Well, I can answer that really quick and easy. So, I'm always my own individual. Never been a follower. And never, like I said, been in a committed relationship. So, I think I'm not gay, guys. I'm not gay. But all my relationships have just been like situationships. I've been scared to commit, not only because I've seen what others have endured, but because of the men that I've messed with, I've always felt like there were other options. So I just never gave my all, and I eventually just retracted. Or is that the right word? Yeah. I just be scared. So I fall back real quick, and then I just keep to myself. So that maintaining individuality in a relationship, I'm always myself. So what about you? Do you become like a part of that person, or are you yourself?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think both. Because sometimes a lot of people don't stay true to who they are when they get in relationships. And I've seen that a lot with previous friendships when they get into relationships.
They drop all their friends.
Oh my God, they drop all their friends, or they always bring their guy around, or like it's always about them, and it's like, you know, they just get too intertwined in them. And again, it's always about a balance. So like you can still be who you are and have your own thought, but like again, you're hanging out with that person, you know, consistently. So it's kind of like when people say like, oh, now you're starting to look like each other.
Oh yeah.
Like
couples will be looking like each other.
Yeah, like people would say X, Y, and I would, you know, start to look like each other, and sometimes I could see it.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. But you know, when you start to hang out with people all the time, like you know, it starts to look like, you know, their significant other. And you guys, you know, you're around each other, you talk, so you kind of like formulate, you know, a joint thought on something. But I think with staying true to staying true to who you are still makes the relationship unique and like still fun and exciting, because it's like you're still two different people. You still have different thoughts.
You have your life, and we can come together.
Exactly, and you guys like have different experiences, so it still keeps that fun. Like imagine if you were dating like someone just like you, like
or somebody who did everything that you did and they didn't have nothing else to offer.
Exactly. It's like, or like you know, wants to do everything you do. Like, okay, I'm about to like. Before you didn't like bananas, and now you see me eating bananas, and it's now you want to be a little monkey. Yeah, it's like, come on now, like let's have our own thoughts. But you know, that's really important. I remember during COVID, like a big thing that I always remember was like during COVID, like a lot of people in relationships were breaking up and separating because they just like, I guess, couldn't stand each other.
They were around each other too much. They didn't really know each other.
But my previous relationship, we were actually quarantining with each other, since, you know, being in one area, we did not argue. Like, we did not get annoyed with each other. We were our own person. We were doing our own thing. Like, if we, at a certain point, we would like reconvene and come back together and like hang out with each other, but we were still our own person, to the point where we still valued our own peace and our own personal space. So it's like finding that one, like that, I guess, like peace within you, because a lot of people don't like to hang, like know how to be by themselves.
Right.
So I think that like kind of like aligns with it. Like if you
Be
don't
by
know how
yourself.
to be
I
by
think
yourself,
I'm too used to being by myself. I don't know how to be with somebody else.
maybe that's it too.
That's crazy.
And being comfortable with yourself, that's that you have to be comfortable with yourself. Like go out by yourself. Go like I love going out by myself. Honestly, I feel like the best moments are had when I'm out by myself. The best.
No judgment. You don't have to worry about anybody else's timing.
I meet people. Yeah, I meet
go.
other people.
It's like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, but you know, having individuality in your relationships is really important to like keep it going. Like, in my opinion.
So Sydney, how do you know when you love someone?
I don't know. It's just this feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling for sure. But how I get to that feeling, or how I got to that feeling for those times, like it was different. It was the time that was shared. It was our connection, our conversations, like the way you integrated in my life, the way I integrated in your life.
Natural.
It just felt like bliss. It felt real.
I'm talking like I know.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's definitely just a feeling, and it does hurt. Like when it doesn't work out. Like one of them really didn't work out, and
that's what I'm scared of.
It really hurt. It really hurt me.
Yeah.
And I was really disappointed just because like the outcome, it was just very unexpected.
Yeah.
Because of the way that we would communicate and talk, and the way that we were hanging out with each other, I was just very, very surprised by that instance. But you know, I feel like how would you know if you don't put yourself, you know, in it either? So I definitely am appreciative of the experience and the feeling that was had, but also too. So it's not like you have one person in the world, but
there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Always.
So for me, like you said, it hurts. Love hurts, and I said, I grew up as the only child, so I take my friendships and relationships seriously, and I had people who I call sisters betray me, like just drop me like I didn't mean anything.
Same.
And I think I felt
friendships. Friendships breakups are way worse than love breakups.
I felt so hurt from that. I was like, I never want to be hurt by a man. So whenever a man does the slightest thing, I don't even let them get to that point to be like, oh, I love you so much, let me hurt you. Like, it's like, oh, maybe I'm in control of this, and we not gonna get there, okay? But I have had a strong like for people. Well, not people, for somebody. And I knew I liked him a lot, but I was craving him. I had never craved anybody.
And
but
that's
it was
the
like,
feeling.
I was craving him. And when
I'm
they say I want
thinking
to be,
about you,
when they say I want to
be
be in your skin, like if this is his shirt, I want to be in your shirt.
Literally.
You wearing pants? Oh, I'm in your pants too.
Literally.
you got those socks. Let us make sure that sock got enough room for 10 toes because I'm in them socks too. So yeah, and that's scary to me because I do not want to feel that. I do want to feel it. I want to feel it bad. I'm not gonna say I don't want to feel it. I want to feel it bad. I just want to feel it and be free in my feelings. I want to be able to feel without having to doubt that person, without thinking, oh, this person is going to betray me. I have trust issues. That's it. I need therapy. I need therapy. I got trust issues. But that's that. So, last question. So, Valentine's Day is coming up. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Ooh!
Oh my God.
Yes, it's tomorrow. So, question of the night. Do you have a Valentine?
I think. Guys, it's one of those.
If it's not not directed, it's not respected. If it's not directed, it's not respected.
Period.
I do
XY,
not have a
get
Valentine.
it together.
Is he? Come and find me. I don't have a Valentine.
We're
I
each
want
other's Valentine.
I want one, but if somebody did ask me to be their Valentine, I wouldn't even know how to receive it. That's another thing. I don't be knowing how to receive stuff. So I just try to avoid everything. I just keep to myself because all that, it's a lot for me. But thank you for coming to Couch Conversations with Vday. I enjoyed
Thank you for having me. Until next time, Couch Conversations.
My sister cousin. This is my dog, y'all. My dog for real. I love you so much, my Squiddy Poo.
Love you too. Blanky blue skies.
Do like this for me.